Welcome to the universe of the mind. You'll be amazed at the things that you might find in a galaxy far, far away. The secrets of our world will be exposed today.
Have you ever wondered why that cool gadget you bought online from another country suddenly got more expensive when it arrived? Or why your favorite imported cheese sometimes costs more than the local kind? A lot of the time, the answer is a single word: tariff. So, what exactly is a tariff? Let's break it down in a way that's super easy to understand. Imagine you and your friend both have lemonade stands. You're neighbors, so you're competing for the same customers. Now let's say your friend's parents give them free lemons and sugar, so they can sell their lemonade for just 25 cents a cup. You, on the other hand, have to buy your own supplies, so you need to charge 50 cents a cup just to break even. It's not a fair competition, right? Most people would probably buy the cheaper lemonade and you'd be out of business pretty quickly. Now, picture your neighborhood as a country and your lemonade stand is a local company. Your friend's stand is a company from another country. A tariff is like a fee that your neighborhood's government, let's say. Your parents decides to put on your friend's lemonade. They might say, for every cup of lemonade you sell here, you have to pay us an extra 25 cents. Suddenly, your friend has to sell their lemonade for 50 cents a cup just to cover their costs and the new fee. Now, you're both selling lemonade for the same price. You're on a level playing field. That, in a nutshell, is the basic idea behind a tariff. It's a tax imposed by a country on goods or services imported from another country. The goal is to make imported products more expensive, and in turn, make domestic products, the ones made right here at home, more attractive to consumers. So, why do governments use tariffs? It's not just about neighborhood lemonade stands. There are several big reasons. First, and most obviously, is to protect domestic industries. Just like in our lemonade example, tariffs can shield new or struggling industries from foreign competition that might be bigger, more established, or benefit from lower production costs or government subsidies. This is often called protectionism. The idea is to give local companies a fighting chance to grow, create jobs, and become competitive on their own. Think about a country trying to build its own car manufacturing industry. It might be hard to compete with giant, experienced car makers from other nations. A tariff on imported cars gives the local upstarts some breathing room. The second reason is to generate revenue. Tariffs are a tax, and like any tax, they bring money into the government's treasury. This money can then be used to fund public services like roads, schools, and healthcare. In the past, especially in the 19th century, tariffs were a huge source of income for many governments, including the United States. While their role as a primary revenue source has diminished for most developed countries, they can still bring in a significant amount of cash. A third, more strategic reason is national security. Some industries are considered vital for a country's safety and defense. Think about steel for building ships and tanks, or advanced electronics for communication systems. A government might place tariffs on these imported goods to ensure that the country doesn't become too dependent on other nations for critical supplies. They want to make sure they have a strong domestic supply chain for these essential products, especially in times of conflict or global crisis. And finally, tariffs can be used as a political tool, a bargaining chip in international relations. A country might impose tariffs on another country to show disapproval of its policies, or to pressure it into changing its behavior. This is often what you hear about in the news when they talk about trade wars. One country slaps tariffs on another's goods, and the other country often retaliates with tariffs of its own. It's a high-stakes economic chess game where tariffs are the key moves. Okay, so we know what tariffs are and why they're used. But how do they actually work in practice? There are two main types. The first is called a specific tariff. This is a fixed fee levied on one unit of an imported good. For example, a country might impose a $1,000 tariff on every foreign car imported. It doesn't matter if the car is a cheap hatchback or a luxury sports car, the tax is the same. Or it could be something like a 50-cent tariff on every pair of imported shoes. It's a straightforward fixed amount per item. The second and more common type is the ad valorem tariff. That's a fancy Latin phrase that just means according to value. This type of tariff is a percentage of the value of the imported product. So tariffs sound pretty good for local businesses, right? Well, it's not that simple. It's like most things in economics. There are winners and losers. Tariffs create a ripple effect that can be felt throughout the economy. Let's look at the pros first. As we've discussed, domestic industries that compete with the taxed imports are the clear winners. With less foreign competition, they can sell more of their products, potentially increase their prices, and become more profitable. This can lead to more jobs in those industries and increased investment in the local economy. The government also wins by collecting the tariff revenue. But what about the cons? This is where it gets complicated. The biggest loser is often the consumer. That's you and me. When a tariff is placed on an imported good, its price goes up. If you still choose to buy that imported product, you're paying more for it. But even if you decide to buy the domestic alternative, its price might have gone up too, because there's less pressure from cheap imports to keep prices low. So either way, you're likely paying more. Your cost of living increases. Another group that can be hurt are domestic industries that rely on imported materials. Let's go back to that local car manufacturer we wanted to protect. What if it needs to import steel or microchips to build its cars? The government puts a tariff on imported steel to protect the domestic steel industry. The car manufacturer's costs just went up. They might have to raise the price of their cars, making them less competitive, or they might make less profit. It's a delicate balancing act. Protecting one industry can inadvertently harm another. And then there's the risk of retaliation. When one country imposes tariffs, other countries often don't just sit back and take it. They retaliate with their own tariffs on the first country's exports. This can lead to a full-blown trade war. For example, if the U.S. puts a tariff on Chinese electronics, China might respond with a tariff on American soybeans. This hurts American farmers who rely on selling their crops to China. Suddenly, industries that had nothing to do with the original tariff are caught in the crossfire. Global trade can shrink, and that can slow down economic growth for everyone involved. The history of tariffs is long and full of debate. In the United States, for instance, tariffs were a hot-button political issue for much of its history, even contributing to tensions that led to the Civil War. Today, the debate continues. Proponents argue they are a necessary tool to protect jobs and ensure fair trade. Opponents argue they hurt consumers, stifle innovation, and lead to damaging trade disputes. The truth is, the effect of a tariff is complex. It helps some people and hurts others. It can protect one industry at the expense of another. It might save jobs in one sector, but cost them in another due to retaliation. Economists spend their careers studying these effects, and even they don't always agree on the final outcome. So, the next time you hear the word tariff in the news, you'll know it's not just a simple tax. It's a powerful economic tool with the power to reshape industries, influence international politics, and affect the price of everything from the car you drive to the food you eat. It's that fee on your friend's lemonade, but on a global scale, with consequences that reach far beyond your neighborhood. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more simple explanations of complex topics. See you next time.
Welcome to the universe of the mind. You'll be amazed of the things that you might find. In a galaxy far, far away, the secrets of our world will be exposed today. All is never what it seems. Is a world created by our dreams? Are we living in a simulation? Is the moon a was to this day we still don't know, but we won't stop exploring, no. Welcome to the universe of the mind. To the universe of the mind. You'll be amazed of the things that you might find in a galaxy far, far away. The secrets of our world will be exposed today. All is never what it seems. Is a world created by our dreams? Are we living in a simulation? Is the moon an alien and space station? Quantum buzz, nobody knew just what it was. To this day we still don't know, but we won't stop exploring though. Welcome to the universe of the mind.
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 To the universe of the mind, you'll be amazed of the things that you might find.